Guys, here we are, Stoomboy, the Combat Companion. So, as always, shows brought to you by Hard Life Fightwear. So, Hard Life Fightwear offering a range of products, whether it be gi, no gi, MMA, they do have you covered. So, anybody looking for some cool gear, then hit up hardlifefightwear.co.uk. Use the discount code STOOM15 and you will get a little bit of a discount through there. So, going to be talking then about Cage Warriors 187. So, Cage Warriors 187 is going to be at the Braehead Arena in Glasgow. It's Saturday, the 19th of April. Now, anybody looking to go to the show, make sure you do head over to the fighters' pages because the fighters have got a link for tickets, which is directly to them. Okay, so if you're going to see a chosen fighter, then I say make sure you do hit up that link. If you're not going to see a specific fighter, may choose a link anyway. Give the guys some money. Make sure you just choose any random fighter and just use their link. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be an amazing night. I mean, it's going to be an absolute brilliant night. There's a lot of fantastic matches, and all fantastic matches that are going to be on display that night. One of the guys that's going to be on the show that night is my boy, Mr. Hide Your Heels, Chris Hayes. So Chris obviously representing Results Gym, Rio Grappling, Catch 22 Norfolk. So absolutely buzzing. I've known Chris through the grappling scene and an absolute amazing grappler. Do you know what I mean? He's got a lot of grappling skills, wrestling, a lot of submissions in his game as well. Do you know what I mean? So throw in some punches, some elbows, some kicks and knees. Man, he's coming to do some damage, hopefully on Saturday, the 19th of April. But Chris, my brother, absolute pleasure as always chatting to you.
Hello. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. And yeah, I'm just getting everything prepped for it and getting ready. Yeah.
Yeah, I see as well.
Definitely.
You're traveling about a bit as well. I mean, you've been traveling about different gyms, and obviously getting a lot of training in with some high level people as well. Some very, very high level people.
Yeah, so yeah, I've had to spring out in different areas, get more training in, try and test myself against some of the best out there. Like people from BST Academy, they're really good. You got people from he was in Cage Warriors, now in the UFC. Jordan Vulcan, I can't pronounce his surname, but yeah, he's very good. So
Yeah,
it's good to have a run around with him, get some advice, and then travel to Scotland as well with Sean, get advice off him, and train with my guys at Catch 22, and yeah, and just be a part and keep training around and doing what I can to benefit myself for this fight.
definitely. We've got obviously Miles Painter, the MMA Yoda, done an amazing write up on you as well. So
Yeah,
really, really
yeah,
amazing write ups. He's just saying obviously again versus Jordan Strong. And just saying, there's a lot of good debuts on this card for the 19th. So obviously yourself included in that. So
yeah.
Jordan Vucenic. So Miles is awesome. Miles keeps us right. See, whenever we don't get a name right, or do you know what I mean? Like something I say, Miles will always come in and keep me right. That's why I call him the MMA Yoda, Chris, because
Ah, brilliant.
he knows everything about MMA. There's nothing this guy doesn't know that. Do you know what I mean? That he can put out there, and I can ask him a question, and in seconds he'll come back to me with the answer. So, but he done an amazing write up on you. I mean, the write up was absolutely
Yeah,
fantastic.
brilliant.
So.
Thanks. Make me look the part. It's great.
But that's the thing. I mean, he really brings out. Obviously, I do the interviews, and do you know what I mean? We get the chance to kind of speak and see that personality and stuff like that come through. And sometimes it can be difficult to put that on paper. But then, as in Miles does a fantastic job, and sometimes sometimes I'll be reading it and I'll be thinking, is that really that person? Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
it's so good. It's
works with
so good.
magic. Very good.
But he captured you absolutely brilliantly. He did a very, very good job. So a big shout out to the MMA Yoda for that. So um,
Appreciate it.
tell us about you then, Chris. Obviously coming to Scotland, Cage Warriors. Cage Warriors doesn't get any better than that. Do you know what I mean? So obviously within the UK and European scene, Cage Warriors is number one. So tell us about that there. How did you find out that you were getting a call up to be on the show?
Um, yeah, so I was just training about. I told Sean that I was keen to fight again, and I was really, really keen. and I just wanted to change up everything. I did too much grappling, and I was getting into striking, and I was like, oh, you know what? I feel like I want to do another MMA fight, but I really want to go for it this time. Since I displayed a first pro debut display of my first fight, that was good. But now to really test myself and push forward to the even more elite level, and I thought, you know what, Sean, see if you can get me a decent fight. And all of a sudden, he come back to me, goes, we got some names for you. Who do you want? And then eventually, he kind of come around and said, you've got this guy in the end. And I was like, okay, whoever it is, win, lose, draw, whoever is the best man, fucking go for it. We're going to fucking put our gloves on, go for it. If he's had a million fights, who gives a crap? You know what I mean? Like, it's me versus me. It's not me versus this guy. I'm trying to do better than I've done before, and I'm trying to test myself against world-class people, which are probably full well-rounded, amazing at what they do, but it's all about self-testing yourself and getting out there doing your best, because it's everything's a mental game. There is no opponent. It's you versus you.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got to push
And
forward.
Miles just coming in. Well, Miles just coming in talking about your pro debut, just saying via heel hook, no less. Do you know what I mean? So obviously winning that pro debut heel hook, and that's the thing. I mean, we talk a lot about your grappling. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know how good a grappler you are. I mean, you've been in against some of the top people, and competing against some of the top people in the UK and further afield. Do you know what I mean? So obviously we know about your grappling, and I know you even before obviously this fight came about. I mean, you were still hitting pads and stuff like that. You were still training in the gym doing MMA and so on. And then so I was excited when I saw your name. I was thinking, yes, man. Do you know what I mean? Because I know that if it goes to the ground, I mean, Jordan. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, Jordan's a very, very good grappler. He's a good wrestler and so on. Very, very good striker. But obviously, going down to the ground, it's going to be a very, very dangerous place to go if it does go down there with yourself.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, people see me as a grappler. I'm quite well-rounded myself, and I know he's well-rounded. So, yeah, it's just got to be who can put their game on display that night.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
be
it's going to be a
nice.
good thing as well. I mean, we talked about you. I mean, you spent a lot of time in Scotland. So
Yeah.
obviously training under Sean, and obviously you got a lot of people up there. That talk a lot about you, Martin Cherry, John King. Do you know what I mean? All these guys that you used to train with. So you're going to have huge support when you walk out. At Cage Warriors Glasgow, so it's almost going to be like you're a home guy. You're a home guy because there should be that a lot of support for yourself.
Yeah. It'll be interesting, but at the same time, I'm just gonna get in there, focus on what I've got to focus on, and yeah, while they're supporting me, I'll give them a little wave and be like, "Come on, then, get pumped. Why not? Get within the vibe, and
Yeah,
go for it. Yeah,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. What about the walkout? I mean, obviously walking out Cage Warriors for the very first time. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? But how do you deal? Because obviously, again, you've been on some big shows,
yeah,
grappling shows. Okay, but
yeah,
how do you deal with certainly walking out at a grappling show? Because it's going to be very different walking out Cage Warriors. I mean, you're talking about 10,000 people.
yeah,
Um, all don't get me wrong, a majority of them, all of them are Scottish people. The majority of them are going to be booing you, Chris, because they don't know who you are in
yeah.
regards to they're there to see other people, but then there's going to be a small minority that's going to be screaming you. So how do you deal with that when you're walking out?
I just don't focus on it. If anything, it'll make me laugh. We're like, hey, they're supporting their guy. I'm getting booed. Why not? Get on with it. Let's have fun. Let's all have a fun time. Why not? Get on
Yeah,
with it. You'd want me to get knocked out or choked out. Okay, well, I'm gonna do the same type of thing to him. So best man wins. I
yeah,
like, I like being the underdog. It's even funnier. Like
yeah,
when
yeah,
people think that you're gonna, that you're gonna do not as good as you think, and people want to see you lose, but you pull off a win. It's even more prestige. Like it's greater, I think, to do that sort
Yeah.
of thing. So, yeah, win, lose. They will boo me louder. I'll cheer myself on. I'll have my little crew anyway. A lot of
Yeah.
them will be cheering me on. We'll be the voice of half of it anyway.
We did see a couple of I think the first one of the first Cage Warriors Glasgow was Reese McEwen came out to fight Cameron Else,
Oh
and
yeah,
there'd been a bit of back and forward on uh, social medias and stuff like that. And then when Cameron Else came out, Cameron Else obviously from England, and when he walked out, mate, the place. Oh my God, that the boos were deafening. Do you know what I mean? They were deafening. I don't think you're going to get that reaction. Do you know what I mean? But all you need to do is watch Cameron Else's walkout and watch his face as well, man, because he was loving it, man. He was absolutely loving it. Do you know what I mean? Because he was like, somebody has to be a bad guy. Somebody
yeah,
has to be a bad guy, and that was him, man. And it was just, do you know what I mean? It was. See, the thing is, though, cheering you or booing you. Like I think I heard Dana White saying if
yeah,
they're cheering you, that means they're loving you, they're
yeah,
watching you. If they're booing you, that means they're still watching you. See if you
yeah,
walk out and there's no noise, then yeah, it's
yeah,
maybe time to take up something else. So,
yeah, yeah,
so whether they boo you, cheer you, I mean, yeah, you've still coming out. You're going to do a job, um, which is going to
yeah,
be exciting to watch.
yeah, yeah. That's the aim. Yeah, so I always go out, um, whether it's MMA or jiu-jitsu or whatever the sport is, boxing, kickboxing. I always aim to be exciting. I want to be that fighter that even if you hate me, you kind of want to watch me. If you love me, even more so. So
Yeah,
either way,
yeah,
you're gonna get an exciting matchup. One of us is gonna pull out a win in hopefully unexpected, spectacular fashion. So
yeah,
yeah, tune in.
yeah. And that's what Miles just saying. Walkouts are always interesting to say the least. They definitely are. I mean, MMA walkouts. There's nothing like an MMA walkout. Do you know what I mean? You've seen the people coming out with masks on or outfits on, or other people are just all about business. They just want to get to the cage as quickly as possible. So yeah, we've seen some very very interesting walkouts at MMA events over the years. And it'll continue on. I mean, it's all part of the show. It's all part of the show as we know. But yeah, listen, I'm buzzing for you. Do you know what I mean? I know how hard you work. Okay, and that's the
Mm,
thing. I mean, as I say, there might be, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people in Scotland know who you are. Do you know what I mean? But in regards to your work ethic, I mean, you've got a great work ethic. Do you know what I mean? Your head's right, your head's in the right place. Do you know what I mean? And everything that's happening leading up to this moment is going to show come the 19th of April. Do you know what I mean? So
mm,
we're going to definitely see a show. So, and you're doing the right things. I mean, you're training with the right people. You're getting the right training. Do you know what I mean? Like training with Jordan. I mean, Jordan obviously Cage Warriors legend.
yeah,
And now obviously UFC. So obviously getting training with him. He's probably one of the kind of highest level guys that was on, or one of the highest level guys that was on Cage Warriors. So no better training partner to have. So, I mean, you're doing everything right, which, as I
mm,
said, is going to show on the 19th of April.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Just doing what I can to benefit myself and go for it. That's what you got to do as a fighter. It's quite selfish in a way, but at the end of the day, you've got to do what's good for you and yeah, and be the best you can be on the day. Just get that
Yeah,
focus going, get that confidence up. Um, that's what sparring's for, and yeah, test yourself beforehand and build yourself up. So yeah, and get that conditioning going. Yeah, yeah,
one thing I want to say though, Chris, one thing you do need to change
yeah.
is your topology picture. I don't know if
Oh,
you can see that, Chris. You need to change
no,
that.
no, oh, mate.
Yeah, that was a,
Look at
that was a,
that. Who's
that
a
was a
stud,
couple of
that
years
guy.
ago, Chris.
Look
So,
that guy.
because obviously I was looking through and I was like, damn, that's Chris Hayes. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, all fun, man, all fun. But as I said, awesome picture though, awesome picture. That's a blast from the past. That picture as well.
Yeah, yeah. The stats on there are quite incorrect as well. Funny enough,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go
yeah,
into too many details, but it's funny
yeah,
though. Funny.
yeah. Good
Even
seeing
though,
that though. Good,
boy,
good
I want
seeing
to
that.
keep that picture. That picture's amazing. Why not? Well, they're gonna expect that guy to walk in. I'm gonna come out like an egg.
I know they must look at Dipology and go, okay, this guy, let's get him on. He looks good. Let's get him on. And then you send over a fight picture. Do you know what I mean? Like, who is this guy? Is that his dad? Do you know what I mean? So, but awesome
What?
picture though.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely may have to change that eventually, but for now it can stay there for now.
But listen, do you know what? This version of Chris Hayes at the moment would
Yeah.
absolutely murder that Chris Hayes from back in the day. Do you know what I mean?
Oh
So,
yeah,
and that's the thing. Do you know what I mean? It's
the whole
there's a
thing.
lot's changed in what 10 years. Do you know what I mean? Totally different person.
Yeah,
Totally different fighter. Do you know what I mean? Your
yeah,
jiu-jitsu game's awesome. I mean, your grappling's phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
phenomenal to watch. And I'd say you've came across the best people out there. I mean, so you obviously you fought, took Shawnee Stewart to a decision. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Things like that. So there's a lot of great things that you've done, and that's what I'm excited about. And I'm excited to see definitely what you're going to bring on the 19th. So I can't wait. Who's coming out with you? Sean walking out with you?
yeah, Sean. Yeah, be interesting. Last that, yeah, he always tells me to stop being a bitch and all of that. So that's the thing though. Like I could be quite a nervous guy before I walk out, but when I'm walking out, I'm a completely different person. I'm like, right, this monster's out now. It's
Yeah,
not Chris anymore. This different person, and
yeah,
I only meet him as soon as he starts walking out, and I build up and I build up, and I'm like, okay, yeah, he kind of takes over. Do you know what I mean? If anyone
yeah,
fight and experience fighting, knows that kind of thing. When you walk out, when you're in there, you're completely different.
yeah,
So yeah, it'll
yeah.
be it'll be fun time
Oh,
seeing that
listen,
person again who I hadn't seen in a while. The monster.
listen. I can't wait, man. I honestly can't wait. Final thing then, Chris. Obviously, again, you've been in the game for years. I mean, a long, long time. But and over the years, I mean, you've had some amazing people come in and out of your journey. But anybody in particular you want to shout out to? Any friends, family members, teammates, anything like you may have?
I'll start by shouting out my partner. Big shout out for your love and support, hard support, um, and everyone in Scotland, everyone at Catch 22. So Catch 22, more like Tom, Ben, Owen, um, Charlie, Oscar, all of them. Anyone that I haven't shouted out, I'll shout out you all later at some point. And everyone in Scotland, John, Sean, Caleb, Martin, and yeah, Dan, all of them lot. Oh,
Yeah,
mate, yeah, it's like two families. It's great.
yeah, yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, listen,
Oh, and
it's going to be.
Stoomboy, because Stoomboy's awesome for having me on it.
Thank you. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Do you know what I mean? So, but listen, I'm buzzing for it. I can't wait for it. So guys, Saturday the 19th of April, Cage Warriors 187, Braehead Arena in Glasgow. So we've seen the Braehead Arena before. I mean, the atmosphere is unbelievable, and next month is going to be nothing short of the same. Probably going to be better. I mean, as I say, there's going to be a lot of crazy fights on the show, and we're absolutely looking forward to seeing another great night of MMA action. Definitely support these guys. I mean, support them because these guys go out there and put on a show for our entertainment. Okay, so do you know what I mean? For me, I respect every fighter that ever walks into a cage because of the sacrifices they put in. Do you know what I mean? Day in and day out, they miss birthdays, they miss Christmases, New Year's. Do you know what I mean? They can't go out drinking with the boys, they can't go out drinking with the family because they're in training camps and all that kind of stuff. So the sacrifices these guys put in is unbelievable. So they're very, very worthy of getting the respect that they deserve. So so I'm sure obviously everybody on the 19th will get right behind every single fighter, regardless of where they're from. Do you know what I mean? So regardless of where they're from, as they're there, they come out, they put on a show just for us. It's for our entertainment, and they do it in style every time they step out there. So definitely give all these fighters the respect that they deserve for sure. So make sure you hit up the links as well. If you're going to see a specific fighter, the fighters have got their own ticket link. Okay, so make sure if you are going to see a specific fighter, hit up their ticket link. And as I said, if you're only coming along, just choose a fighter and hit up their link, and then give them obviously the ticket money from it. So yeah, Chris, I can't wait, mate. Just over a month away. Do you know what I mean? Here he comes, man. Hide your heels, Chris Hayes, Results Gym, Catch 22 Norfolk. Yeah, let's bring it, Chris. Let's do it, man.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, but listen, absolute pleasure, brother. Thank you as always. Thank you for taking the time to speak to me.
I appreciate the interview.
Enjoy the rest of your training over the next month. And listen, I'll be there on the 19th, man. I'll be there. You'll see me. You will see me as you're walking out to the cage. So, but listen, have a great time training.
Hopefully, you're slightly cheering on my side as well as doing me. You can do and cheer at the same time.
Listen, I cheer everybody from Scotland, mate. Everybody from Scotland, which includes you. Even though you're English, you're an honorary Scotsman because you spent a lot of time here. So you're one of us, mate. You're one of us. Do you know what I mean? For sure. But listen, I appreciate your time, brother. You enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you soon. All right.
Yeah, see you soon, mate.
Take
Cheers.
care, brother.